There's a question here. What do you do if you have a taiva for things on the internet? In a certain way, what would you do if you didn't have a taiva? Who would need you? Who would need you? If you didn't have a taiva, what are you doing here? Why were you born? Why were you created? The question you should ask is, what is the kavanah of human beings having taivas? Whatever the taiva is. There were taivas. I don't know if you heard about this. It's shocking. People had taivas before there was an internet. I know for a fact. And you know what? It was the same taiva. It was the same taiva. There's nothing new. So the question is, what's the kavanah of people living with taivas? All we think about is, you shouldn't have a taiva. Shouldn't do it. You shouldn't have a taiva. It's not right. It's bad. It's terrible. It's sinful. Grub. Okay. We got that. I think we're all convinced of that. Now, let me ask another question. So what's the kavanah? For everything, there's a kavanah. So what's the kavanah? If the kavanah is that we shouldn't have a yetzer hara, then we're in big trouble. Then somebody made a big mistake. The kavanah is that you should have a taiva, that every taiva represents a certain evil ugliness, and it's your job to fix it. So when the taiva comes to you, it's not telling you what to do. It's begging you to fix it. You think you're grub because you have a taiva? How do you think the taiva feels? You think you got trouble? You're a person with a taiva. At least you can be proud of something. The taiva is just a taiva. You know how bad that feels? So the taiva comes to you and says, can you fix me? I'm just an ugliness, and I can't fix myself. Can you fix me? Which means, can you be mevarer? Can you bring out the nitzutz elokus that exists in ugliness? And then you'll fix me, because the way I am is horrible. It's gimel klippes atmeyes ein lehem teiv klal. How would you feel if you were a taiva? How would you like to be a taiva? So, if you ask the question, what is the kavanah, then you get to be the balabos over the taiva. If you don't ask that question, then it's the balabos over you. The advantage you have over the taiva is that you can think. So think. You are a human being, and you are a nefesh elikis, and you are a chelek elokah mimal. How do you have such a taiva? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You're supposed to be Eved Hashem, you're supposed to be growing in Edelkeit and in Kedusha, and you have a taiva? How did this happen? Answer is, there's a kavanah. Yirida tzedech aliyah. So, do your job. Do your job. Help the taiva become a little better. How do you make it better? If you tell it that it's just a taiva and that it doesn't have any power or authority over you, that makes it better.